The dog's portraits look really deranged. Oh my god, now that's a little bit spooky. Sadie just watching him. Imagine if a person did that. You just wouldn't stand for it. Pick up that dog. Now put down that dog. Oh no, he wants to hug it. Give it a hug. Ah. I know I sometimes go on about the TV show The Tribe in this, and I don't think anyone who watches this video watches it. The odds are probably pretty slim. I mean, I don't think it was that popular a show. But, I've just gotten near the end of Series 2 now, and I've just noticed such a trope in it, and I've no one to talk to. I don't know anyone else who watches it, so I've no one to talk about this with. So I'm going to command all of you to watch Series 2 of The Tribe and just pick up on this as you're watching it. Like, every 2 to 3 episodes, like, through the entire series, the characters of Ryan and Celine basically go through the exact same subplot. It's like, okay, they're a couple, and it begins, it's like they're in bed together, and Ryan says something that he's really enthusiastic about, and Celine is less enthusiastic, or the other way around. Sometimes they flip it on their head. And then it does a close-up shot of Celine's face looking worried, and then plays some, like, really dramatic background music. Well, not dramatic, they're sort of, I'm not sure what the sort of, how to describe it. It's kind of their, oh no, there's something off here music. So it's like a little bit sad, a little bit foreboding, but they play it every time. And then there's like 2 episodes where they absolutely hate each other. Then they do an episode where they get back together and clear up the misunderstanding, and they're happy and stronger than ever. And then by the end of that episode, they will have the scene again where one of them says something really enthusiastic, the other one goes along with it for a bit, and then you get the close-up of the face with the worried expression and the music. Oh, it's hilarious. It's just so repetitive. And I mean, I really like that program. I like everything else about it, but just those 2 characters, they just don't. I don't know. I suppose my creative input isn't helpful at this stage. Like, the show ended about 7 years ago. So yeah, this particular series was made like 10 years ago. So anyone involved in making it has moved on by now, and they probably can't travel back in time and fix it. Maybe they can learn for future projects. Oh, I haven't seen such plot repetition since Hex, and I don't know if anyone here watched Hex. That's yet another rare program. It was on, used to be on Sky One, and it had Michael Fassbender in it back before he was famous as, like, Azazel, the fallen angel. But it was about some girl in a, like, secondary school who found out she was like a witch, and her best friend was a lesbian ghost and stuff. And yeah, then it wasn't great. I'll be honest, it was really melodramatic and did a lot for shock value, but it kept me interested. Anyway, so in Series 2, they replaced the main character with this girl called Ella, who was like some sort of immortal witch woman. And literally every plot of Season 2 of Hex is someone puts a spell on Ella that does something horrible to her skin. Like, I don't know, gives her blemishes or makes her look really old. And then she spends about like 2 to 3 episodes worrying about it and looking for a solution. Then she cures it, and then she's right back to getting some other curse on her. So it's kind of the same thing. I sometimes wonder if there is just like a template for TV shows to use, and they just sort of, fit their characters around it. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. Or do the writers realise when they're doing this repetitive thing? Or is it something that you don't notice when it's on paper, but then, you know, later, maybe when you're filming it, you stop and go, hang on a second, this is very familiar. I wonder, do they actually use the same sort of reaction shot every time of from the tribe of Celine looking worried? Oh, she's my least favourite character in it by far. I mean, I've talked before about television American accents. Hers is literally the worst. It's just... oh my god. It's like Guys and Dolls mixed with Yosemite Sam. It's just... awful. Ah, the social butterfly has found his noble steed. He better, like, clean it. There's flies coming off. There you go. Nice and clean. The animals don't even have a hygiene bar though, so it's not that necessary to clean them. I don't think being dirty does anything. Maybe it gives them a moodlet. I kind of ignore moodlets. They're a little invisible. And some of them I don't understand, like this vampire one. Although, oh wait, it's probably from Rashid. Because he became a vampire. And Bismarck was a little rude to him. I think he was fairly reasonable, to be honest. Rashid was intruding on his unicorn spot. I mean, that unicorn spot is like a family tradition. You can't just show up there and expect, you know, to share in the unicorn glory. Should have found his own spot to look for unicorns. Speaking of which, it's time to wait for tonight's appearance. Or fish, yeah. Fishing's okay. Oh, we caught a new type of fish. A frog. That's not really a type of fish, though. It's an amphibian. Sims isn't a great educational tool in that regard. I mean, I'm sure they didn't run out of types of fish that exist and have to resort to frog. I mean, they could probably even invent a type of fish and no one would notice. Like, you could just make one up. A ring-finned whippersnapper. That sounds like a fish to me. I have no reason to doubt that that exists. They have a death fish as well, and I don't think they're real. Nope, it's not showing up. And they have blowfish, which I think can cause you to die if improperly cooked. It's called fugu. And I know about it because there was a Simpsons episode about it. Why can't I put these into the fridge? Oh, maybe because they're bad quality. Maybe because the fridge is full of rotten food. There's a million reasons, really. I can't believe I've been BFFs with these dogs for so long and I still haven't run into this unicorn. It's been 2 nights. This is very frustrating. I want to make sure the unicorn hasn't just turned up late now. If she has. Or died. That would be even worse. He's still friends with her, right? Yeah. Give her a call. Have her come round. Okay, tomorrow night there better be a unicorn there. Or else I'll have to wait until my next video to catch the unicorn. And I really don't want to have to wait. And the dogs are going to die. The dogs mightn't live that long. I'm sure they want to see a unicorn before they, like, pass away. Why do I have 3 baskets? Did I buy one for the horse? Oh, what was going on in my head then? Need to be at least twice as big to fit a horse in that. I'm surprised. I didn't know horses slept standing up, but I suppose it makes sense. Sharks apparently keep moving when they're asleep. Now, it would be cool to see a land animal that does that. Oh, did another gnome die? Corrine. Oh, she could have been dead for ages and I just didn't see her grave, because it's, you know, in against the wall. We've lost a lot of gnomes here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 dead gnomes. And we're going to fill up the graveyard with animals now as well. We'll have no room for people. We'll just have to, like, flush dead people down the toilet to save space. Like, Bumblebee, come lend a hand. Your grandfather's head is stuck in the U-bend. Need you to shake him loose. That's bad form. Bad form. Floyd had his bed stolen by a dead cat. I wonder would you have to break up the bodies before you send them down the toilet? You probably would. If you want to make them fit. I'm putting a bit too much thought into that. But, I don't know, someone has to, I suppose. It might be a problem that has to be addressed someday. And when it is, then, you know, people will be glad that I thought about it. It'll save them some time. I'm actually off to a wedding tomorrow for some people I knew in college, and it's making me feel a bit old because, like, people I knew in college are at the age where they're getting married now. It's just, I'm still playing with Lego. And plan to be for like another 10 years. I don't know. Getting old is scary. Have I, like... Surely I'm still in the young adult phase, I'm sure. 26 is young adult. Maybe when I'm like 35 I'll grow into adult. I'm talking in Sims terms here, by the way. You probably know that. You're watching a Sims video. I mean, if you didn't know that, why are you watching? You obviously like The Sims. Or maybe you just like me. Maybe you really like me. No. I'm taken. But yeah, so what was I saying again? Oh yeah, the age ranges for the life stage phases in The Sims. Yeah, I reckon, you know, they become adults around their 35th birthday or so, and then elders maybe around their 50th. That would make sense, because about 15 years for each of them, then they turn into a teenager. They grow up from being a teenager when they turn 20. And then, yeah, that all makes sense. The toddler phase is really long. I'm sure it used to be shorter. I'm pretty sure it used to be about 4 days, and now it's like 15. Or not 15, 7. 15 would be ridiculous. I'm thinking of teenager. Which I don't even think is 15, I think it's 14. It's nearly unicorn time, come on. I hear ghosty noises from somewhere. Oh, there. Bongella's still around. Middle of the day, just sitting there, being a ghost. Right, Bumblebee. Time to do your homework.
The square of the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides.
Well done, social butterfly. He's a mathematical butterfly too. I'm actually just thinking back on that, like, did I get that right? I can't remember. Made sense to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. My trigonometry hasn't gotten that bad. Okay, let's go wait for this unicorn. Lady horse, oh lady horse, I'm here to collect you. Come along. Okay, yeah, he'll... I hope no one else shows up to sort of steal the glory. Like Rashid. That bastard. He's the worst kind of person. A vampire. Oh! Oh! Lady horse! Come over here. You're coming home with me. I want him to, like, whip out a Pokeball here. It's like, whoosh! Pokeball, go! Ponyta, I choose you! No, a unicorn would be more of a Rapidash than a Ponyta. Is that a yes? It's a yes! Oh! Finally! What age is she? 18 days until she's an elder. Oh wow, they have long lifespans. Lazy and brave. That explains the sleeping all the time. Okay. Go home, horse. I think I'll need to build another stable thingy. Whatever they're called. Oh! Oh, to get her through the gate, I'm going to have to cheat as well. When nobody in the house is a celebrity anymore, then I can get rid of those gates. Until then, I have to make do with this. Oh, let's go introduce her to her new boyfriend. Hello, Balin. I'm a unicorn. Oh. I don't know. Maybe they'll get along better as time goes on.